Assalamu alaikum dear students, I am here, your English teacher Umer, and you are watching English with Umer. Today we are going to discuss very interesting topic of the play progress, characters of this play progress. So let me tell you again, this play is written by St. John Green Ervine, and there are now no abundance of characters. There are a few characters, and some of the characters, like these three characters are major characters, and some other characters are also there, minor characters. So there are four broad types of characters, as I have noted here for you. One are the protagonists. Protagonists are those characters which are near the heart of the writer, which are major characters, which are, you can say, the main figures, the heroes, the heroines. Then comes the next, antagonists. Antagonists are those characters which are opponent to protagonists, which are not so close to the heart of the playwright, which are mostly villain or bad sort of characters. Then come next kind, round characters. Round characters are also there in the play, those characters who change with the passage of time. Their behavior, their character, their attitude changes with the passage of the playwright. As the play opens, they change with the passage of the time. So flat characters are there. The last type I mentioned here. These are those characters which are unchangeable. Just like characters, we can say that they are not changeable characters. From the very beginning till the end, they have the same mood, same nature, etc. So these are the four major types of character. Now come to the character, the first character we are going to discuss, Professor Henry Corey, who is the major character, and you can say from his characteristics that he is an antagonist character of this play. Professor Henry Corey and two more characters are associated with him. One is Hannah, maidservant of Professor Henry Corey, and second, Gage, gardener, who prepares wreath of flowers for Eddie's memorial when Mrs. Maldon sends Hannah to bring it. So, another character, Marshall, he was driver of Mrs. Maldon, and Tom Maldon, who was the husband of Mrs. Maldon, he is also mentioned there, but he is not participating as well. And then comes the next character, Eddie, who was the son of Mrs. Maldon. He is a young man who was killed in war. We will discuss it later. So first character, Professor Henry Corey, he was, you can say, a man of early 60s, in between 50 and 60, early 60s. He was a bachelor. He did not marry. Maybe the reason that he disliked women, as in the play we can see that he says that women are most inconsistent sort of creation, and they are not able to be great scientists or great leader. So he dislikes women, therefore he is bachelor still. Devoted worker. This is his plus point. He is very devoted to his work. He is always busy in his retort, in his laboratory, making his invention, horrible bomb, etc. Brilliant scientist. He was a brilliant scientist because he is making such an unprecedented invention which has been never made in the history. So he wanted to make such a unique, such a matchless bomb that never had been made earlier. Hard-hearted. He says that killing the people by my bomb, this is most merciful. So it means that killing human being is no matter for him. He is very kind-hearted sort of person. And when Mr. Milton again and again talk about Eddie, his death, he tried to change the topic. So he is a very kind-hearted person. Pro-war. He is in favor of war. He likes war. It means that therefore he is making bomb. And he is certain, he is sure that war is indispensable. And somewhat he is right here as well, that it is the nature of we people that we are indulged in war after 5 years, 10 years. So he is talking about First World War. This is the scene of First World War, and you can see that in 1939 Second World War started. So he was totally sure and right But he is in favor of war, therefore he is making horrible bomb. False pretension. He is pretending that I am patriotic, I am loving my country, my nation, therefore I am making bomb. But this is not true. He is making bomb for his own worldly, you can say, materialistic approach, for materialistic benefits, etc. Selfish. He wanted to create such a horrible bomb. He wanted to invent such a horrible bomb in order to earn name and fame. His only holy purpose. Because he says that I'll offer it to my country, Great Britain. If they don't give me handsome money, I'll offer it to another country. It means that his purpose is to earn name and fame. Not patriotic, not selfless, but he is selfish sort of person. Destructive mind. He wanted to wipe out the nation, the country within no time. So his mind is totally destructive. And he is planning, thinking to invent more and more horrible things. So it shows his destructive sort of mind. And tragic end. Definitely end. It is said that all is well that ends well. But here you can see that his end is very bad. Not good. He was killed by his own sister, Mrs. Magdalene. So his end is very tragic one. Next comes to the character of Mrs. Magdalene. You can see he is a protagonist sort of character, and she is 43 years old. She is a widow. Her husband had died because of heart failure, Mr. Tom Malden. She is devoted woman. She is devoted to humanity. She loves humanity. She is a devoted sort of person, loves her family. Mentioned time and again her family. Soft and kind-hearted. She is very pathetic, sensitive sort of lady. She dislikes war, and she says war, it is an organized butchery of voice. The term is used in the play. Organized butchery of voice means war is very destructive. War is like the work of butchers. So then he is anti-war. He dislikes war. Again and again, she asks Professor Corey whether your bomb is to restrict the limit, restrict the duration of war. So she is against the war. Selfless. Her only motive is to save humanity. She is not only thinking because her only son and her husband had died. Now she is thinking about the other people. So she is selfless. She is caring for other people. Constructive mind, definitely. She wants Miss Professor Corey to make such a thing which should restrict war, which should stop war, which should end war. So she has constructive sort of mind. Isolatory end is dispensable. You can say end is must for everybody, whether he is good or bad. But her end is isolatory because she was also already she was living alone, and now she stabbed her only brother, and now she is living in isolation alone. Next character we are going to discuss here is the character of Mr. Ervine, son of Mrs. Meldon and Mr. Tom Meldon. He was only 19 years old, and he was single, not married. After leaving college, he joined army. Knowledge. He had a lot of knowledge about war, warfare, about world, about other countries, people, etc. He was a brave person. He was a brave soldier. He lived there for 8 days and nights in starvation. No ammunition, no weapons came, and he waited and waited. So he never bowed before the enemy. It shows that he was a very brave soldier. Captaincy, definitely. Captain is an able person. It needs ability, capability, skill to be a captain in army or air force. So Eddie was a very capable sort of person, able sort of person. He became captain when he was only 19 years old. Apple of parents' eye. Only one child. Only child of his parents. The first child of his parents. So most loved one, most cherished one. True patriotic. Because he was fighting for his country, and he was fighting in the very young age. It was the age of playing, it was the age of enjoyment, but he sacrificed his age for his country. So he was too patriotic, not Professor Corey, who says that I am patriotic, but he was actually a patriotic person. To proud end, and as I mentioned earlier, is indispensable for everybody. Every living thing has to die, has to pass away, but in Urdu it is said, जिस जब से गया कोई मकतल में वो शान सलामत रहती है. So all is well that ends well. His end is proud end because he sacrificed his life for his country, for his nation. He will be remembered for a long time because he sacrificed his life and he was martyr. So his end was very proud end. So hope you have understood all these characters. I have discussed them briefly. Subscribe to my channel for next interesting video coming on the summary of the play Progress. Thank you all.